Hey, what's up guys, BossX7 here, and today I have a fun tutorial for you guys in No Limits 2. We'll be making advanced track sensors and launch fins with electrical boxes. So let's get started here. Go to your preferences, make sure you have these settings, 0.25, 15, and 1. This is important, so make sure you have grid size of 1 foot. Alright, so let's go to supports. Oh yeah, also, make sure you have a new coaster file for the scenery. So go to new coaster, type in scenery, and then go to coaster properties, style, and make sure warrant type is new. So after you've done that, you have this separate scenery file, so click on it, go to supports, add free node, let's go to top view. Alright, make sure you add one in the middle here, on the line, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle, oops, in the middle, and in the middle on the line in the middle. Alright, so let's go to back to perspective. Highlight the whole thing. Let's move it over the track. See if you can page up here. Alright, there we go. And add one more node below this middle one here. And should be lined up with the track. See if I can move this here. Alright, there we go. So now we're going to start off with the sensor. So go to add beam, support panel, make sure custom color is on like this turquoise. Go to custom box beam, make sure this is on 0.15, make sure this is 0.08, and make sure this is important right here at the end, make sure it's negative 0.05. You'll see what this does in a minute. So let's close that, make sure you start from this one, drag it to this one, start from this one, and drag to this one. You'll see what this does right now. So when you freeze it, it should be split up into two pieces. Okay, so next one, we're gonna do this middle one here. Go to supports, support panel, or add beam, then support panel, custom color, make it black, make this 0.1, keep this the same, and zero this one out. And drag it from this one across to this middle one. Freeze that. Alright, next one, supports, add beam, support panel, custom color, gray, change this back to 0.15, keep this the same, 0 and 0, and drag it from this one over to this one. There we go. Now let's tighten this up a little bit, so make sure you go back to preferences, change this to 0.125, which is half of 0.25, and move these all closer to each other until they all touch. They should line up perfectly. So let's grab these middle ones, let's move them over. Grab these ones, move them over. And let's freeze that, test it out. Alright, check that out. Line up perfectly. Alright, so now we need to do this, the part that attaches to the track. So that's this part right here. So let's go to supports, add beam, support panel, change the color to the color of the track. So that's orange in this case. Change this to 0.3 and change this to 0.09 and make it vertical beam. And attach it from here to here. Coaster freeze. Okay, should look like this from now. Alright, now let's lower it just a little bit. Highlight this top part, page down, see if that's a little bit too high. Alright, freeze that. Alright, that's looking good. Okay, so now let's highlight this. Supports, define copy, add define paste, go to top view, and add where you want them. Okay, let's highlight the whole thing. Let's see if they're lined up front view actually. Looks like they are. Yep, they are. So let's make sure they're lined up here. And go all the way across. Let's move them down. Okay, go to top view and line them up on the track. So page up until they're lined up. Alright, there we go. Now we should have all of these on the track. So these are a little bit off over here, so let me move these. Let's go to top view. Make sure that one's lined up. This one needs to be moved up. There we go. Moved up here. And should be one more. Yep. Move those up on the line. Alright. Let's freeze that, see what it looks like. Okay. Now let's test it out in game. See what, make sure it doesn't hit the car. Alright. And let's move it. Trains. Let's go. So let's move the train forward a little bit. Let's make sure this doesn't hit, which it doesn't. Perfect. Slow it down a little bit. Move backwards. Let's see. Alright, just underneath. Looks good. So the sensor is okay. Alright, so let's go back to editor. Unfreeze it. Let's unfreeze this so we can move this car here. Alright, let's freeze it. Alright, so let's go back to our scenery file. Now we need to add the horizontal beam that connects all the sensors to the track. So go to custom color, same color as the track here. Custom box beam. Horizontal beam, width should be 0.09 and height should be 0.3. And grab from this beam. Actually, we're going to add a little bit to the end, so make this 0.5 by 0.5. And let's grab it all the way across from the bottom of this one. Oops, I added by accident. From the bottom of this one all the way to the last one here. There we go. Let's freeze that, test it out. Alright, that looks good. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is the launch fins. So we're going to unfreeze, go to top view, and put a support free node every 4 squares. Make sure it's every 4. So we're going to start here and go every 4. Alright, there we go. So next step, after you get all these lined up 4 squares apart, copy and paste the whole thing. Define copy. Add define paste. Highlight the line you just put it right above these ones, and go to perspective. Where are these other ones at? Okay, go to perspective, go down to file, preferences, change this back to 0.25, and page down twice. There we go. So it should look like this when you're done. Alright, so next step, go to add beam, support panel, custom color, make it white. Okay, custom box beam, want the width to be 0.1, horizontal beam and profile height to be 1. And make sure at the start it's 0, and at the end make it negative 0.5, just like that. Alright, now make sure you start from this side, go to top view, alright, here we go. So when you go to top view like that, it will only add the beam to the top node, so you don't have to worry about going to perspective, but you can do it any way you want to. So next step, we're going to add this bottom one. So go to add beam, support panel, custom color, black, or the color of the track, doesn't matter. And make these both 0.2, 0.2. Go to make this horizontal beam, rotation angle off, and make this 0. Actually, make these both 0.5 positive. 0.5 positive. Okay, now make sure you add it from this beam, or from this node right here, on the end. And we're doing the bottom one now, and all the way over to this end. And when we freeze it, check this out, ready? There we go. So we have our fins. There's something wrong with this one, hold on. What's wrong with this one? Oh, I accidentally added. Okay, so make sure you don't skip a node by accident. There we go. Zero and negative 0.5, and add this one. Alright, that should be good. Alright, there we go. That looks good. Alright, so now we need to highlight all of those and add them. So drag them right above the track. Right in the middle. There we go. And page up. Making sure that it's touching the track, and freeze it. There we go. Okay, so we have the sensors and the fins right now. Now we're going to do the boxes on the side of the track. So kind of the same way as you did these ones. Go to top view, supports, unfreeze first, supports, add free node, and skip every 5. So start here, skip 5, 5, just like that. Keep going. Okay, so once you get to the end, we're going to go to add beam, see what it looks like from perspective. Okay, so add beam, go to support panel, custom color white. Let's try this 0.8 and make this 2. So 0.8 and 2, horizontal beam, and make this negative 2, just like that. Alright, let's add this one, see what it looks like. Alright, that looks good. So just add the beams all the way across once you get that done. So go to top view and add them all the way across. Okay, there we go. Let's make sure you didn't miss any. Okay, now last step here. Go to free node, and on both ends add 3 nodes. Go to free node, yeah, and then add 3 nodes like this, and line them up. What is this on? Make sure this is 0.25. Let's make this 0.5. There we go. And line these all up. So this one should be on the line. Okay, I can't do that right now. Okay, let's move these out of the way. So let's make sure this is on the line here. Let's highlight this. Alright, so it's not going to work if the grid doesn't line up. So make sure this is on there. Okay, there we go. Alright, now line this up directly in the middle of this line here. A little bit forward. Just like that. Grab this one. This one goes up 1. And this one over here. There we go. Alright, let's line this one. And this one goes down 1, just like that. Okay, let's do the same thing for this side. Drag this back a little bit. Drag that down 1, down 1. Go back to preferences. Change this to 0.25 again. Press OK. Drag this one down 1, this one up 1. There we go. Drag this one down 1, this one up 1. Now next, go to add beam, support panel, make this black. Press OK. Go to custom pipe, make this 0.1. Okay, now drag it from this top one all the way over to this top one over here. From this bottom one all the way back this way. And for the middle, go back to support panel, custom steel cable, make this 0.05, just like that. And oops, forgot to turn this off. So make sure you zero this out. So go back to these ones and zero them out if you didn't do it. 0 and 0 here. Alright, there we go. Now add this beam, which was the custom cable 0.0500, and go from this middle one here to this middle one that we added over here. Okay, now let's freeze that. Alright, now you have these awesome looking electrical boxes for the limb launchers. So, and you have the sensors here. So now if it sticks out of the end, which it will, you just need to adjust the nodes here. So grab these and just move them forward. Alright, so now they're not sticking out anymore. Now last step, go to top view, grab the whole thing, and make sure you drag it next to the track. So it should be right underneath this pipe here. And page down, just like that, and freeze it. There we go. You can actually move that up just a little bit here. Page up one space. Alright, there we go. And freeze it. Alright, so we have the sensors, we have the fins, and we have the electrical boxes. So there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll probably finish this coaster and give it a little demo later, but I'll see you then. Hey, what's up guys, I'm back. Here's the final product with the fins, sensors, and the electrical boxes. I think it turned out pretty good. I built this little coaster here just to show it off, but it's nothing special. We'll ride it in a little bit. Hopefully this tutorial will help you guys, and if you have any more suggestions for tutorials, make sure to leave a comment down below. I'll be glad to make them. And yeah, make sure to subscribe and like for more.